We're joined in the studio by a man that's pretty much put me in a wheelchair.
He did. Your bruises have since recovered then, Dave, but what a day that was where you took on the Melbourne Ice boys. You just, look, you were brave, and look, in fairness, I didn't go out there.
You didn't?
I was...
you chickened out on me, mate.
I was, as Biff would say,
you
a chicken. I was a Marty McFly chicken.
You were, and you threw me out to the walls, mate, and they just chopped on me, mate. Slammed me up against the wall, knocked me to the ground, broke my back. I mean, look...
it was good viewing. It was...
thoroughly enjoyed it. Went viral as well.
But, the man is here. Doug Wilson, very good morning to you, and welcome back to the show.
Oh, thank you very much. I do just want to say, though, that in that video, there was no penalties called. There were no referees calling penalties, so every hit we had on you was clean. So you should be okay.
It was all legal, Dave. So
it was, yeah, as you stated it as well. You said if the whistle doesn't go, it's all legal. So
exactly.
That's it, mate. That's it. Well,
the boys enjoyed it, though, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, the boys absolutely enjoyed it. I think Toddy Graham's been playing pretty well ever since that, so it was good.
Now, everything's just going very nicely right now for you guys. So you're on the top of your table, and you've had back-to-back wins in the past couple of weeks. What's going on down there? Is everyone feeling good at the moment? Good buzz amongst the team?
Yeah, things are going good. We're finally healthy, or for the most part, I guess. We got our captain, Vinny Hughes, back, which was big. He's just our leader on and off the ice, so good to have him back. We got a couple of the younger guys have been playing a lot more, so we've been running three lines, which a couple other teams in the league, really can't do. They've got some solid, top six players, but our team fortunately has a good amount of depth, so we've just kind of been going into the third and wearing teams down, and it's been going pretty well.
Yeah, back-to-back away wins, mate.
Yeah.
Canberra and Sydney, and this week you've got a big clash as well.
Yeah, the Canberra one was hilarious. The fans there are just ruthless. It was a great experience to play in, though. Like the fans are right on you, so they instead of glass, they have netting around the board. So when you line up on a face-off, you literally have some of the fans right behind you, like throwing beer on you or doing anything to get in your head, and it is hilarious. It was one of the greatest atmospheres, so to come out of there with a 7-3 or 8-3 win, whatever it was great.
Is that like tight netting, or is it just like a net?
No,
I was going to say the puck would just go straight through.
Yeah, no,
sure.
it's tight netting. So, but the fans are just hilarious. They must be practicing their chants because they were all over myself, Liam Webster. Just by the way, Liam has the most beautiful beard I have ever seen. He looks like the Dictator, the movie that just came out. It looks like what's his name, Sacha Baron Cohen or whatnot, with the beard. Yeah. And they were all over him. It was pretty funny.
It's. I was going to say if it was just soft netting, there'd be nothing stopping you from wanting to just smack that through the net, because you were absolutely launching them at the day of Dave's place. I think the tourists were coming to check him out, and you guys were just belting him at the glass, having shots at goal. And
yeah, Dave, don't skate in Canberra. You'd be in bad.
That's so true. But we're talking about that hit, mate. I mean, you're carrying an injury yourself at the moment. You played the Sydney Ice Dogs over the weekend. I'm sure there's a lot of Melbourne Ice fans that are hanging on edge at the moment. Is Doug okay? Is he going to be back?
Yes.
What's the latest, mate? Give us the scoop.
I'm fine. I'm not playing tomorrow. Just precautionary measures. But the rest of our team's healthy. This is probably the healthiest we've had our team all season, and we've got Vinny Hughes back. Dylan Moore is back from suspension, so we're gonna be fine.
Good to hear. And look, we've got a big game coming up, mate. You're going to be showing just how passionate you are about Australia.
You're an Aussie now, mate.
You are an Aussie. And we're going to test how Australian you are in a sec, mate. But first of all, it's the big clash. It's the Trans-Tasman Championship, and it's between four teams, yourself, Newcastle, and two New Zealand teams, the top two teams in the New Zealand IHL. Tell us a bit about it, mate, and are you guys looking forward to the big clash?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it a lot. The other Australian team that's playing is Newcastle, and they're first place in their conference right now, and they're the only team that I haven't seen play. We're playing the Ice Dogs this weekend, so as of July 7th and 8th, we'll see every team in the league besides Newcastle, and they have a really good team. So we're not going to be playing them in the tournament. It's just Australia versus New Zealand, but being able to watch Newcastle play is something I'm looking forward to. I'm going to go watch that game. The New Zealand game is going to be interesting because they're allowed 5 imports. We're only allowed 4. And the periods are going to be 20 minutes. So 3 20-minute periods as opposed to 3 15-minute periods. So luckily for us, we have some young players who've been playing really well. So we've got good depth and not going to get tired over the extra 15 minutes in the game. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting. And it's the first one, right? So you got to win the first cup.
Exactly.
It's a must. I was going to say, because you have such short changeover, I guess, between games, how does that work? So do you often have teams that are kind of switching around quite? Is your team very flexible? You have to keep changing the lineup around?
Yeah, for the most part, it's the same lineup every game. There's about 4 or 5, guys, younger guys who, will play a couple games, and then some other guys from the Melbourne Academy will play too. So for our team in particular, we have good depth, so we get to rotate. Other teams, you don't see as many lineup changes. Maybe the goalie will switch, bad game or, just change the momentum of the game or something. But for the most part, there's only 2 or 3 guys on each team that are, healthy and not playing in the game.
Mm.
Great. Well, it's going to be a big one, mate, and James and I are going to be looking forward to it. We're hopefully going to be heading out there to watch you guys perform and hopefully take the first leg of the big championship. But our video, now, it went viral, and I need to ask this because how many people did you show it to, mate? Because it is skyrocketed on YouTube. It really has. And for the people at home that haven't seen the video yet, they can go onto facebook.com/Dave and James, and they can check out the video there and watch me absolutely get smashed by Doug. But for the guys that missed it, we're going to play a little excerpt from it, and we're going to come back and have Doug try his own challenge, an Australian challenge, and find out how dinky die he is. All right, so this is the Ice Challenge. Let's take a listen.
Play happening here. Now, whoa. Another knock to Dave, he's down. Doug Wilson came in, made an attack there on the ball and just decided to take Dave with him while he made that attack. He's going to make another one. He's going to try and get around Dave. This time here's a bit of body on body. Dave keeps his feet. Did very well there. Just took the bump. Scores levelled at 2-1. Sorry, not levelled. It's a 2-1 score. Oh no, the ball's coming towards us. This can't be good. Dave's team desperately needs a goal. Can Courthouse do something big here?
Oh, Dave!
Dave had an opportunity! That was just nasty.
There is the anticipated shirt front. There is the anticipated shirt front.
Dave had a shot at goal directly in front, and he was just put flat on his back, and I reckon he's actually hurting there.
Absolutely.
And a goal to cap things off and put things to 3-1.
Dave, Jim and Dave, the match review panel is going to be working overtime this week.
Oh, Damo, that was as big. That was huge. Dave had an open shot at goal. I thought he was going to score that. Then Doug Wilson's just come in and just gone bang. We'll move in for a close talk here. Mate, Dougie, what was going on there? That was, you just absolutely flattened Dave then.
See, the thing in hockey is if the ref doesn't blow the whistle, it's highly legal. So I didn't hear a whistle that entire time. We're fine.
What have you got to say for yourself?
From that video and that recording we just listened to, I still didn't hear any whistle, so everything we did was legal. I stand by it.
That'd be quite an experience, though, for people getting to watch a video like that, because it's not, especially like in America and Canada, for all those hockey fans out there, it's not every day you get to see, say, some of your favourite hockey players just unleash on an innocent civilian, because that's what Dave is. He is a civilian. But it must be really good for them. But as I said, it's something you just wouldn't get to see at professional level.
Yeah, well, we didn't really ease Dave into it. I mean, we brought out Todd Graham, who's 6'5", and Matt Courthouse, who's a great player, and he's 6'2" himself, and pretty feisty guy. So it's not like we pretty much did throw you to the wolves. So I'm not going to apologize, but that's what happened.
How tall are you, Dave?
How tall am I? I'm 174 centimetres.
Centimetres, yeah.
Yeah. Don't ask me my weight because it's not much. And compared to Doug, he slaughters me. So that's it. But look, we've got this challenge for you, Doug. We've got here a series of questions, Australian questions, just to test out how much of an Aussie you are. We're going to go to a song, but after the song, we are going to test it out. And if you don't get more questions right than what we have here, so it's out of 8, so you don't need to get 4 and above. If not, you're going to have to try one of Australia's finest products called
Oh, no,
Vegemite.
Have you heard of that
Vegemite.
one?
Have you heard of Vegemite?
I have heard of it. I have steered clear from it. So hopefully I can get at least 5 questions here. Oh, man.
I think you'll do all right.
You have to do it, and you have to do it by a spoon. It's not going to be no crackers or anything. This is going to be
This is a brutal
spoon.
way to start the morning. Okay.
You got him through physicality. David's now going to get you through taste.
That's it, mate.
Wait. But what happens if I get if I win?
If you win,
Yeah.
well, that's a good question. Maybe I have to get the spoonful of Vegemite.
Yeah, actually, because it's never as if you'd do a spoonful.
Okay.
Usually, you just put it on a cracker or something.
All right, fine. We can do that.
We can do that?
So
Yep,
yeah,
that's fine.
Dave wouldn't do that. He wouldn't enjoy a spoonful, but
No, we're going to rig it. He's going to. Now, Doug, you've been a bit nervous here in the studio. You've told us how much you feared Vegemite. We've got this quiz for you, mate. It's time. The time has come.
I'm not really looking forward to this. I'll tell you that right now.
Stop looking at the answers. I got the answers out.
If I-
I put the cheat
If
sheet
I knew
away.
the answers were out, I would have grabbed them.
I just had to turn the sheet the other way. So.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Is
So
he
loser
at Dinky
has to
Donk
take
Aussie?
a heap of Vegemite.
That's it. A spoonful of Vegemite. A big spoonful, mind you.
Okay.
Is Doug Dinky Die? Question 1. Who discovered Australia? It's multiple choice this. So A, Crocodile Dundee. B, Steve Irwin. C, Captain Cook. Lock in your answer.
I would love to say Steve Irwin. Unfortunately, I'm going to go with Captain Cook.
He's got one right.
Guys,
Joe.
he's off the mark. There we go. That was a pretty easy one to start things off.
Yeah, well, look, we thought we'd be easy on him. You know, he's a guest.
There's a couple of hard ones.
Not saying
that
he
I've
was-
written in.
That wasn't that easy. I apologize.
All right, question 2. What is the capital city of Australia? A, Melbourne. B, Sydney. C, Canberra.
We just played there last weekend, so I saw the Parliament at Canberra.
I think that's a default question. I think
is.
we
No,
asked
I'm
it
up
other-
to. I'm up to.
It's a sucker question, isn't it? Did you at any time believe Sydney was the capital? Because naturally a lot of people, tourists, think Sydney is the capital.
I will plead the fifth on that. The capital is Canberra. I got the answer correct.
He's standing by his answer.
He's standing by his answer. All right, he's got 2. All right, question 3. Doug, if I said to you, can you pass me a stubby, what would I be referring to? A, a bottle of lubricant. B, a bottle of beer. Or C, a bottle of ketchup.
Okay,
He's thinking about this one.
let's narrow this down here. I said ketchup in a restaurant, and they looked at me funny, but they called it tomato sauce or tomato paste.
Tomato sauce, yeah.
Yeah, tomato.
I don't know what
something.
word that is, ketchup.
Yeah. So, lubricant. Man, I'm sure a lot of guys put lubricant on their stubbies, but I'm going to go B. It's beer.
Wow. He's doing better than expected,
It
Joe.
is, I know.
He's got 3. It's
It
beer.
is,
It is
yeah.
beer. He's got beer. Look, it's almost looking like that I'm going to be doing the Vegemite.
Yeah. Well, is it 5? If he gets 5 right.
How about this,
No,
Doug?
it's 4.
4, is it?
It's
Four
4.
out of eight,
It's 4 out of 8.
Dave, was it 5?
Let's make it 5. Actually.
Yeah.
How about this? All right. If he gets 5, I'll have to do it with him.
Okay.
Does that sound?
Yeah.
That sounds.
And once
good.
again, I just
Absolutely
get to watch.
not. All of the listeners heard it say 4, and when I get 4, you will be taking that Vegemite, putting it on a spoon, and eating it. So,
All right then, Doug. Question 4. Australians love to eat A, pork, B, chicken, or C, lamb.
Whew. Okay.
Tough one.
The one thing I have seen a lot of here is chicken parmas. Didn't realize how popular that would be. Lamb, it could be lamb. I'm going to go chicken just because I've seen a lot of parmas around here.
Well, Doug, that's 1 to me, mate.
Oh,
All right, they're
It's-
getting
What
harder
is it?
now.
What's the answer?
The answer is lamb. Put a
Lamb.
lamb on the barbecue.
it's
I almost
percent.
had you there.
We have these
You
big
almost
ad
did. You
campaigns.
almost
You
had
were a
it.
little
It's
worried.
the ad campaigns. We often promote lamb, that we like lamb.
Okay.
So, I mean, everyone's got their own opinion, I guess, but, you know.
I thought I had it there.
The stereotype is lamb.
Okay.
All right, question 5. Who of these actors is not Australian? A, Colin Firth. B, Jeffrey Rush. C, Mel Gibson. Have you heard of any of these before?
Okay, so Colin Firth was in The King's Speech.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, heard of him. And who's the middle one?
The middle one,
Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey
Do you know
Rush.
from Pirates of the Caribbean?
He was also in The King's Speech as well.
He was also in the King's
Was
Speech.
he the older?
He was
older guy?
the mentor of
Yeah.
Okay.
the speech pathologist.
Oh man.
Very strong accent he has.
Yeah.
I think the two Aussies would work together, so I want to say Mel Gibson, but the one who isn't Australian?
Yeah. Who is not
who
an
is
Australian?
Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson. I find that so interesting. Mel Gibson, because he's been in a little bit of trouble, James.
He seems American. So.
He seems American. He does seem American. Unfortunately, he's not, though. He's Australian.
He's a very American Australian.
The answer is Colin Firth. He
Really?
is not an Australian. He's an English
He's
actor.
an English actor. All right.
But Jeffrey Rush is very, very sort of, the way he speaks, you'd almost think he's English. And Mel Gibson was born in Australia.
Darn it. Didn't know that.
Then went to America when he was
All
a
I
kid.
knew is you guys had Russell Crowe. He's Australian, right?
He's an
He
Aussie.
is.
Yeah.
He is an Aussie, yeah. Oh, actually, he's New Zealand, but we
Well,
claim
yeah,
as an
New
Aussie.
Zealand, but we claim him.
All right.
Claim as an Aussie. All right, Doug, this is the last question, mate. So either way, one of us is doing the Vegemite.
Okay.
You got 3. You need one more. I just need one more as well. Who won last year's AFL Grand Final? A, Gold Coast Suns. B, Geelong. Or C, Collingwood.
Okay.
It was a tight game.
Gold Coast, I believe, is a new team, so I don't think they could have done it. Collingwood is equivalent to the Toronto Maple Leafs back home, so I really hope they didn't win it, but they may have. Geelong, I hear, is pretty good. So I'm going to narrow it down to Geelong and Collingwood.
They were, but Collingwood had an irresistible season as well as Geelong last year. So both teams coming up until the grand final only lost between them 2-3 games. So I'll give you a bit of that, so it helps you out with this answer.
All right. So I've narrowed it down to Geelong and Collingwood. Oh man, I'm going to have to say Geelong.
I hate you, Doug
And
Wilson.
you would be right. He scored the 4 points.
So
Man,
happy.
lucky we didn't push it up to a 5th.
I know.
'Cause it got pretty tough there towards the end.
Oh man,
But they did. They played off in the grand final, and Geelong ran out.
I'm literally sweating in the
37-point
studio
victors.
right now.
Doug, you're willing to try it on a cracker, will you?
You know what? I'll try it on a cracker, but you got to go straight spoon.
I'll go straight spoon. You do the cracker. James, I'll give you the...
I'll watch. Just like
Is there a
as
bucket
usual.
around here?
Have a smell of it, actually.
We've just there's no bucket. There is a bin there in the corner of the studio that you can use. Oh my god! Don't. He's had a smell of it, and he's not.
Gosh.
He's not happy with it at
He
all.
was almost going to regurgitate that.
I think we just got to bring that
Oh
bin
my
a little
gosh.
bit closer.
Yeah, can we grab that bin?
You might have to, James. You might have to grab it.
I told you before. There's a kid on our team, Dylan Moore. He's from Essendon, and he's my D partner. Sitting next to him in the locker room, and he just loves Vegemite. So, Dylan, if you're listening right now, this is for you, bud.
This is for you, Dylan.
What Vegemite's actually made of, Doug, is vegetable
Gasoline,
extract. Gasoline.
and dirt.
Anything that
Gasoline and
anything you can
dirt.
find, they just chuck in it pretty much, mate. But here is your cracker. So I'm going to grab my
Can I get a
spoonful.
cracker chaser? To
Is
go
it the
with
look
or-
of the cracker that looks bad? Is that what? Is it more the look of the color of it? The fact that it's black?
It looks like oil, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad we're not sponsored by Vegemite because this looks brutal. This looks brutal.
All right, mate. Well, I've got my spoonful
Dave's got a. Oh man.
of Vegemite. Oh,
Dave's
mate.
doing a spoonful.
Oh my god.
And Doug's got
Ready?
the cracker. Here we
Here
go.
we go, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.
They've cheered it. Dave's eating it one bite. I'm assessing it. Dave's really struggling there.
That's some good
No. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Doug, I actually thought for a second that Doug liked it.
Dave's gonna spew. I'm gonna need this as well.
Doug wants the bin. I thought he was eating the cracker, and then I just noticed he went for a normal cracker straight after eating the Vegemite. Dave is now going for the cracker
Oh god.
because I don't think he's ever taken a spoonful of Vegemite
that was
in his
horrid.
entire life, and I don't think any Australian has ever
Doug,
put a spoonful
there is a bin here.
of Vegemite in their mouth before.
That's disgusting.
Doug, how'd you enjoy it?
How'd you rate it out of 5, Doug?
I understand you making me take that because I didn't realize Mel Gibson was Australian, but that is terrible. I will never have Vegemite ever again. I'm sorry.
Oh, James. Oh, that was shocking.
It's pandemonium here. It's well, I mean, that's a fantastic effort for you having a go at that, Doug. And
just to
God.
update the injury situation, I will not be playing the rest of the year. I've got Vegemite flu.
That he does, and oh God, it's still burning my mouth. I need a glass of water or something.
I know. When you did put that on the rundown that you were going to try and get him to do a spoonful, you wouldn't have been able to do a spoonful of that. That would have...
That would end up straight in the bin.
I would have had to if I lost, but it would have gone in the bin for sure.
I know.
My eyes are literally watered here, boys.
There we go. Well, Doug, thank you for coming in and doing the challenge and talking to us today and putting yourself through the obstacle course.
The obstacle course. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks for taking the time, mate.
I'd say thanks for having me, but that just left a terrible taste in my mouth.
This will be the last interview Doug will ever do with us as of today.
It's all over.
That's true.
Yeah, guys, the Melbourne Ice, they play this week, Sunday, 1st of July, against the Sydney Ice Dogs. And we also got the Trans-Tasman Championship, which is coming up in a fortnight, and the Melbourne Ice play the New Zealand Southern Stampede on Saturday the 7th of July at 4 p.m, and then the New Zealand Botany Swarm versus Newcastle's North Stars, and that's at 7:30 p.m. It's a double header, and after that Sunday, Newcastle North Stars versus New Zealand Southern Stampede, and that's at 4 p.m. on the Sunday, and then 7:30 the big showpiece game to close it all out. The Melbourne Ice play the New Zealand Botany Swarm. So make sure you get on to that. Tickets can be purchased at the Icehouse website at www.icehouse.com.au. Doug Wilson, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thanks for having me.